What's going on, guys? Sync-WaVey back again with some more GBO2, and today we're gonna talk about the ReZEL, what I think about it and what do I compare it to. I've heard a few people say that it's a better Zeta Gundam, and I kind of disagree with that. So the Zeta Gundam is a better frontline suit than this suit. Also, Zeta Gundam isn't a hover suit, you know, so Zeta Gundam is actually easier to control. And that's not even, you know, even if you're really good with hover suits, you're gonna be, you're not gonna have to do the same things you need to do to be good with a hover suit than just a suit that just walks normally, right? So yeah, that alone, being easier to control, is an up for Zeta Gundam. Zeta Gundam also is tankier. Like, the way you want to build these suits, as you can see, right? You don't even build that like that, but you could build it like that. But like, with Z2, you kind of wanna rock something like this, honestly. This is more in preparation for getting the anti-beam armor, like +5, and I would just bump it up past 40 beam resistance. So obviously the melee resistance. This isn't a frontline suit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you stay back and you chip away with the, well, you don't chip away, you like clap away, and more like, so this weapon claps like chunk in damage. So you just like rinse and repeat and recycling shrapnel, beam rifle, shrapnel, beam rifle. You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of build that you want with the Z2. But like, ReZEL feels like Z2, but then in some ways feels like it's Z2 with more options, and it's gonna kind of similar to ReZEL Custom in that way, as it's got more options, you know, but like it doesn't have as many options as ReZEL Custom, so it doesn't beat ReZEL Custom in terms of like firepower at all. Like, ReZEL Custom is like still the best Zeta Gundam, basically, you know. Yeah, overall, this is the best Zeta Gundam. Like, these guys are not even in the top 5. They're not in the top 5. Like, you got ReZEL Custom, off the top of my head. You've got Doven Wolf. You've got the Hyakushiki Kai, and the Drysen. Right? Got Drysen. There's a few other suits that could fit right in that gap, but Drysen's a little bit more meta, you know, and yeah, it's just more meta. Like, the Drysen is a better frontliner than Zeta Gundam because of like the instant downswings and stuff like that. If you're really good with Zeta Gundam, you can perform just as good as a Drysen, but like, not many people have over 1,000 games with Zeta Gundam, you know what I'm saying, to make it look like that, you know. So yeah, these guys are not even in the top 5. So comparing it to Zeta Gundam, like, is kind of wrong, because Zeta Gundam is a better frontliner than ReZEL. the ReZEL is a better shooter than Zeta Gundam, and I wouldn't say it's a bad frontliner suit because it's got decent stats to do it. But this is more better. Like if you want like a dedicated frontliner suit, like Zeta Gundam would fit that category, you know. This suit is more of a mid-range. It's kind of similar to ReZEL Custom, like honestly. And like the triple downswing is just kind of like, you know, the bread, like the cherry on top that it has. You don't even really want to go out your way to triple downswing, honestly. Like, and then obviously you see opportunity to do it, then you know, go and do it. But most of the time, your combo is charge a beam rifle, you stun something, you hit this with the rapid fire, and then you try this, and then you follow up with the grenade launcher if you're close enough. You know, like that's your like go-to combo. You know, like shooting combo, and like you just basically rinse repeat that combo at range, because like this is 400 range. And at full charge, I'm pretty sure this is 400 range. Like, I think it's further than 400 range, honestly. Like, it's super far. But yeah, the Vulcan is like nothing. It just adds a little bit of DPS. Obviously, if you're close in, you need to finish something off and move at the same time. You can use that, or you just transform. You know. Also, this suit, I still need to confirm this, but I think this suit can quadruple stun. But you start off with a shield beam cannon, right? And then you transform, and then you go and meet. You have to be quick on your swap. Like you have to, once you transform, if it goes to your beam rifle first, you did it too slow, right? So once you transform and you swap at the right time, it will immediately switch to the shield beam cannon, and then this readies up like instantly. It's like, I don't even know, 0.5 seconds or something crazy. Like it's an instant ready up, and then you just like tap it as soon as you see it ready up. Like you just gotta be quick, right? And you can, you know, stun them again, and then you go to the beam rifle, stun them again, and then back to the cannon, stun them. It will overheat, but you'll stun them again. If anyone else is with you, like shooting at that target, like that guy will be dead. Like you stun them 4 times by yourself, and then everybody else is just like piling on damage on that one dude. Like that guy's it's over for him. And obviously, if you're like pretty good with yours, like swapping, you de-transform and you can try and hit them with like a grenade when you come out de-transformation or something like that to get a little bit extra damage, or because that will stun too if they've recovered after the stun. So if you come out of the transformation, you're hitting them with that, and you're pretty good with your shot, you could re-stun them again and probably land and get a bayonet downswing, and maybe like if you're quick, you have to be quick though, like you know, like it is possible to do stuff like that. So like it does have like cool options going for it, like kind of like the ReZEL Custom. That's why I would say it's like a poor man's ReZEL Custom in a way. That's what it feels like to me when I was playing it. Like it felt like more like kind of like a ReZEL Custom. Like it wants to be more shooty, right? But then it's got the downside of being a floaty suit. That it kind of brings that down like a little bit. If it moves like Zeta or ReZEL Custom, it will be a lot more easier to control, like like everything, like you won't be missing. It'll be harder to miss your triple downswing because you won't be sliding everywhere. Like you won't have to like try. You have like when you do your triple downswing, you have to like control your suit, right? From like, and you have to be more precise, kind of thing. Like otherwise you might whiff like a hit, right, when you triple downswing. With Zeta, that doesn't happen, you know, because it's not a floaty suit. So if it wasn't a floaty suit, I would have gave it more points, and I would have said it would have been way more comparable to Zeta Gundam in that aspect. Like if it wasn't a floaty suit, then it would be able to do the triple downswing just as good as the regular Zeta, but just not as much damage. Then I would say it'd be better. But because it's not, because it's like it's a lot more harder to do the triple downswing with the floaty suits. I mean, I can do it, but like a lot of other people, it might be a little bit harder to do it, honestly. Like I've seen people struggle trying to do triple downswing with just Zeta Gundam. Normally, like so with a floaty suit, you're gonna struggle even more. You know, so that's why I would say, on the average, it's more comparable to a shooty suit more than like the Zeta Gundam itself. You know, like it more feels like a mix between Z2 and the ReZEL custom, honestly, you know. So the question is it a better Z2? And I'm gonna say no, it isn't. Why is that? Because the Z2 has another playstyle, right? The Z2 has the shrapnel bazooka, right? So this thing is actually disgusting damage, man. Like actually disgusting. And you can absolutely do tear up, and do even more damage than the ReZEL, you know. I feel like the ReZEL feels like a grunt suit, like honestly, like it actually feels, it does feel nice, but it feels like it is a grunt suit, you know. I don't know, it's a little bit more harder to control as well. As you can see, the turn speed is 69, which is, like I say, it's like almost, it's closer to ReZEL custom and turning speed. Like Z2, like it's more controllable. As you can see, 63 turning speed with the floatiness is a little bit more easier to control, right? So that comes into a factor, man. Like it's a little bit more harder to control when it comes to the shooting also. So that's why it's not as good. Like you have to get used to that also, plus get used to the floatiness of its downswing, because you want to like be able to do both with this suit. That's why I can't say it's better than Z2, because Z2, like what it does, it doesn't require any skill really, you know. It doesn't require any skill at all. With the Zeta Gundam, once it doesn't require that much skill. Like it's very basic, you know. Like once you learn the triple downswing, it's easy to do, honestly, because it's not a floaty suit either. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do. So this becomes more consistent than these guys at doing that combo, you know what I mean? It becomes more consistent. That's why, like, doing the triple downswing with this is kind of like in the back of my head. Like, I'm trying to do more shooty stuff with this, you know? And when we get into the video, we'll see like I do triple downswing, but it's not like it's not the highlight of the game or nothing like that. I'm not trying to do that all the time. I'm literally shooting most of the time. So yeah, I would actually compare this more to Z2, honestly. Is it a better suit overall than Zeta Gundam? It's still yet to see. It's early, but overall it could be better. But is it better? Is it better than Zeta Gundam at doing what Zeta Gundam does? Nah, I'm gonna say no. Yeah, but definitely a better shooter. Like definitely a better shooter. And it could be like, you know, because like the Z2 isn't better than Zeta Gundam. This is like the same thing, right? The Z2 isn't better than Zeta Gundam, and the Zeta Gundam isn't better than the Z2. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to show you guys, right? When like sometimes there's suits that are like balanced. They're balanced differently, but the damage is the same output. You know what I'm saying? In the end, it's the same output, you know, because you factor in how many shots that you might miss because you're turning too fast. You might factor in how many downswings you might miss because you're sliding a little bit too wide or whatever, you know, like you're missing out on damage. Like it reduces the power output of the suit versus a suit that is not hard to do what it does, like, but it's not got as much as the ReZEL as in terms of firepower, but it's more consistent at doing what it does. You get what I'm saying? Like, how that makes sense? And just for fun, here's all the Zeta Gundams apart from ReZEL, the regular ReZEL. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Zetas. But there's 10 riders, bro. 10 riders! Yo. 10, bro. That's actually insane. Absolutely insane, man. 10 riders, bro. Like, like riders are like one of my favorite suits as well. Like Zeta riders, like the riders, like they're so funny. They're like they know they love me, bro. BB love me, bro. So that's why they keep giving me Zetas and all the rider variants that I need, bro. You know what I'm saying? Satisfy my needs, bro. But yeah. Also, you see that animation, bro, at the start, bro? Like, where's Zeta Gundam's animation like that, bro? Like, this guy transforms, bro. Like, are you serious? Like, man's in the Wave Rider mode, bro. In the on takeoff, bro. That's actually crazy. Yeah, and like, as you're gonna see here, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see what type of style this suit kind of gives. As you see here, like the shooting, dudes, like is the key for the suit, you know. That's why I say it's more comparable to like the ReZEL Custom and like the triple downswing, which is the bread and butter of the Zeta Gundam, is more like like a thing in the back. You know what I'm saying? Now look at that damage. Like that is 3,000 a pop, bro. Like you're gonna do more damage shooting with this suit. I mean, it still hurts. Like, don't try to, like, the melee still hurts. And like, I like that it's got a custom downswing. As you see, like 3,000 on the downswing. Like, that's not even nothing crazy. Like, I don't have no range mod on the suit, but like that's the regular downswing. But look at that range though. When it was sliding, like, it clipped me, bro, like, from that far, bro. I was just like, bro, that's like, that neutral's actually got super far range, like. So it is good at doing a bit of Unga Bunga, but, like, I wouldn't say it's better than the regular Zeta at doing that, you know. And you'll factor in, like, the biosensor mode gives it a plus 30% to the melee strength on the regular Zeta. So my build jumps up to 70 melee strength. And obviously you get plus 15 to your defenses. So you're just even more tankier. You're gonna survive quite a bit. Like at like what, 6,000 HP I think you have. You could tank probably like two shots and probably a downswing, and you still live. I would say at low HP with the Zeta Gundam, depending on who hits you though, obviously. But I've survived, like, I've got videos of me surviving so long in biosensor mode, like 7 minutes long, bro. Like, I'm pretty much in biosensor mode for the whole game, and I was the ace. I was the ace, guys, and I didn't die for that whole time. As soon as I activated biosensor mode, I didn't die. Like, and I'm pretty sure I got top damage as well, like, so yeah, Zeta, like he gets a movement speed and thrusters and all that stuff. Like, you can't, like, biosensor mode is actually an up for Zeta, you know what I'm saying? Like, it actually is a factor when it comes to who is the better Zeta Gundam, and Zeta is the better Zeta Gundam, like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna, they're not trying to replace Zeta, you know what I'm saying? They're making a new suit. That's what they're doing. Like, what, like, for example, like the ReZEL Custom, yeah, it's a Zeta Gundam, right? But it's not, it wasn't there to replace Zeta Gundam, right? But it came in and it replaced it because of what it has, like the kit it has, right? So that suit, because of how it's easy to control, it's not a hover suit. Like, it's got high turning speed, but because it's like easy to control, that turning speed doesn't hurt it, you know. Like, unlike ReZEL, like the turning speed actually hurts it with its hoverness. But yeah, as you can see, bro, like, I'm just gunning with it most of the time, bro. Like, I'm using it how I would use the ReZEL Custom, and this is what, and it's not a better ReZEL Custom, but, you know, like, it's like I said, like, it's not even the top 5, but it is a solid suit, and it is fun to play with. But like, you would play Zeta and this together, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like this, like look at what I'm doing, like, guys. I'm not Unga Bunga. I'm melting with my guns, like I would do with the ReZEL Custom, you know what I'm saying? Well, exactly what you would do with the Z2 with the shrapnel and stuff. Like, even with the the saber, like you wouldn't unga bunga with Z2, like you would just shoot most of the time. And this is where this shoot shines. But yeah, having unga bunga as an option is obviously nice. Right, you see right there, Zeta would have been able to downswing through that. Like I did the neutral right, and I can't swing again, which is the shame with this suit. Zeta, I would be able to poke and then do the downswing. That's why Zeta's the better melee suit, isn't it? Like he's the better frontline. That's one example of why the Zeta doesn't get replaced by this. I just realized I was just mainly just shooting the whole time, man. I will another video. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty long, cause you know, like me, I love my Zetas, bro. Like, so I'm just. And obviously I haven't posted up a video in a little while, so I've got another video I'll be uploading as well with the Dragu, bro. Oh my days. The Dragu with the new weapon is kind of actually pretty strong. And I was using it at 450. Like, and I just picked up the level 1, like, you know, only, so. Yeah, next match. Yeah, we're gonna I think we'll do a little bit more Unga Bunga in this match. Like, I was, like, that first match, like, I think that was my very first match. I just wanted to get used to the turn speed of this suit, and like, cause I was actually missing a few shots at the start. I was like, bro, like, I was kind of like messing up. But yeah, I got a little bit more used to it. Now you see, I'm going in a little bit more for Unga Bunga this time, just to see how well it does in that aspect. You see that right there? That would never happen with Zeta Gundam, because I was going to be sliding that much to miss that neutral. But that is like, that is one of many bread and butter combos you can start off with. That's if you stun them. If they're far, depending on their distance, you go with the bayonet, so you can downswing them easier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that combo, bayonet neutral downswing with the regular use the bayonet downswing, then switch to the regular saber neutral downswing. That's a bread and butter, depending on the distance. Your main bread and butter is obviously the triple downswing for max damage. Obviously, you use it smartly. Obviously, you don't triple downswing in front of everybody unless you think you can get it off. But you know, that is a bread and butter combo. But as you can see, like, the shooting, I feel like it's just way more superior. Like with this, it does so much damage. And I get Bunga Bunga by my own teammate, but as you can see, the bayonet does a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure this bayonet is 100 damage weaker than the regular bayonet, the Zeta's bayonet, and obviously you can only swing once, but it's 100% on the downswing, and it swings twice, so it's 100% times 2. The regular Zeta is 90% times 2, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like the Zeta's downswing averages out a little bit more though, obviously. Like just because of it being able to be swing twice, and you can actually juggle people with because of that, being able to swing twice, and you obviously your regular saber swings twice, so you can do a bit more juggling with it. Yeah, so yeah, no question about it. This regular Zeta is more superior in the melee aspect. And obviously how you want to build it, it just fits the Zeta a lot more better than this suit. This suit, you kind of want to, you just build it for shooting, man. And then the downswing still does decent amounts of damage. But yeah, the shooting is just, the shooting is your bread and butter, like. I mean, look at that damage. But yeah, definitely, obviously, having a bayonet on this suit is very powerful. And having access to one of the better downswings in the game is a solid suit, you know what I mean? Very solid. I'm just gonna wait for this start Jacob to die. Like I said, Ricky's spawning. I'm probably gonna spawn on top of them. Just so like he doesn't feed. Also, this I want to mention like the back buffer on this thing is 30%. So you see this guy, when he downswung me, it hit me in the back. You want to do it again? Like the first one that he did like 1900, I'm pretty sure, man. So if you hit this thing in the back, like it's super it's pretty tanky, you know what I'm saying? It's just the nature of the bayonet now. So wide swings. Hey, look at that damage, man. Like this suit is definitely a really it's powerful shooter, honestly. So that downswing needed what, 4,000 on the that was from the bayonet. Obviously you're not spec for melee, so if we did spec for melee, that probably would have did about 4.5 maybe. But yeah, the general idea with this suit is to shoot, man, honestly. And obviously, when you have the option that you can obviously bunga bunga. But like, the result would be the same result as if I was playing Zeta Gundam, if not better. because obviously I got more experience with Zeta Gundam. So that's why I say with more time we'll find out if this can surpass Zeta Gundam. But for now, it's just solid. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless.